Okay, dudes, second to last one. Blue Storm, Supreme, Dragon, Glory Maelstrom. I always say that every time I ride this guy. Anyways, this card, I was completely not expecting it because they released Maelstrom like just a set before. And granted, yeah, Phantom Blaster Dragon was a set before as Cross-Eyed, but I was not expecting Leon to be a bad guy. I mean, it was kind of, sort of, but like he was all talking about Justin and stuff, so I didn't think it was. It was kind of a plot twist for me personally, but others were like, "Oh, Leon's the bad guy." Yeah, we totally knew that. I was just like, that was a super plot twist, and I was like, "Oh crap, Maelstrom's already getting a cross ride." That was fast. Anyways, this card was released in Set 9 and is going to be released Set 9 tomorrow, and is a triple rare, and kind of makes the Aquaverse deck viable. It's actually a very powerful unit. So let's go over it real fast for the cons. First of all, like Platinum Mazel and Vermilion the Blood, it's an ultimate break, so your opponent can just be like, we're just gonna leave you at 4 damage and crit you later, like Masculine Blaster or something, and then try to take advantage of that. Or the fact you can use Damage Inducer, but the fact is you have to actually use it. So it's kind of a weird situation, but I mean, it's not that bad. And also, it's a bit slow, and the Aquaforce deck in general is kind of bad because they don't really have a lot of offensive power going for them. Maelstrom doesn't even have a 12,000 attacker. Granted, Aquaforce is going to get one in Set 11, but right now it's Set 9, so we're not going to talk about that. I'll talk about it, I guess, when Set 11 comes out, but for now, it's the Glory Maelstrom time. So I'm going to talk about Glory Maelstrom because Glory Maelstrom is Glory Maelstrom. Now, all the good part. This card is second because I love Water Dragons and Ice Dragons. They look cool to me, and I really like this card. I was going to make it, but Maelstrom is expensive, so I was like, whatever. But anyways, let's talk about why it's good. This card's ability is probably one of the best in the game, if not the best in the game, because it's Counterblast 1. It gets plus 5,000, and your opponent can't guard with grade 1 and above, aka perfect guard it, and they have to guard with zeros? Holy crud, it's pretty scary. So, scenario. Doretha boosting Glory Maelstrom for 28,000. You got zeros, dude? They could guard for 2 triggers, but that's a lot of guard. They would have to prepare their zeros beforehand and not use them to guard everything else. It's such... It kind of makes the scenario like really weird for the opponent because they usually use like 10k guards to guard their rear guards or their Vanguard for cheaply. But if that's the only thing you can use to guard Glory Maelstrom late game, holy crud, what are they going to do about it? You know what I mean? And it gets plus 5,000 for Counterblast 1, so it's already pretty amazing. So for an ultimate break, this is probably my favorite of the 3. As you know, it's second on the list, and I think it's pretty dang awesome. But unfortunately, the Aquaforce deck is kind of terrible. You would have to like really squirm your way around and try to kill them. But it's kind of weird because this card doesn't really work with stands. Because you kind of want to just crit your opponent to death. So it's recommended to run the 8 criticals, 4 draw, 4 heal that they provide you in Set 9. Which, by the way, is not a bad critical trigger. But nonetheless, this card is really powerful. Also due to the fact that Maelstrom and Glory Maelstrom are both 11,000 rear guards. So the deck can pretty much have great rear guards in general. And overall a very stable deck. So it's a really good card. I can probably see it in the meta. It has enough power to tackle against the Blood, which is pretty good. Like, I've been seeing a lot of deck lists lately. I don't net deck, but this card can feast pretty dang well against Blood pretty dang hard. It's a really good card. It is. So yeah. And since Set 9 is getting released tomorrow and I messed up yesterday, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the last card, Sun Goddess, like right now. So I'll see you guys there. Okay guys, last card, last triple rare of the set, and the awesomest card in my opinion. This card is super funny. Goddess of the Sun Amaterasu. It is a triple rare, and it is one of the last Oracle Think Tank cards that they get support of until Mystical Magus comes out. This card is the only crossfed for Oracle Think Tanks, and kind of shocked everybody. Like, a lot of people were speculating Coco was going to get a cross ride, Tsukiyomi was going to cross ride, but no, Amaterasu got the cross ride, and she's kind of meh, but I'm going to talk about it real fast. Cons. It's her effect is so limited because you have to hit the Vanguard, counterblast 2, and you need limit break. It's a really weird situation because you kind of need to have like everything aligned perfectly in order to pull it off. But it's kind of difficult. It's not exactly the easiest thing to pull off, especially since the reward you're getting out of it is only one card. Granted, you can grab a perfect card, but it's very limited. Secondly, CEO Amaterasu is a 10,000, so if you want to call her as a rear guard, she's kind of bad because you would want to have the 11 instead because it's easier numbers against cross rides. And if she's a 10,000 Vanguard, then your opponent can hit you with 20,000 because you're entering an era of cross rides. So it's kind of Now, the reason why it's good is, well, first of all, it's 11,000. It's one of the very few Oracle Think Tank units that have 11,000, other side Tsukiyomi and Imperial Daughter. But this one can just be a standalone 11,000, so it's not that bad. And because of the CEO Amaterasu, you have that one turn of like checking your top card of your deck and putting it on the bottom, so you can like help like synergize your deck better and have a better chance of drawing your Scars on Amaterasu, and increases your chances of actually getting the cross ride, which is really good. And Oracle Think Tanks in general have a decent amount of support that you can try hybrid with, like Koko, Tsukiyomi, Lulu even. You can do all sorts of bunch of things because they have a lot of decent support that can really synergize with each other. And because this deck doesn't really counterblast that much, you can use particular card effects like Maiden of Liber, which was featured in the anime. So there's like a lot of options you can do, but her limp break itself is kind of lacking. She does have other things too, like Milk and Ultimate and White Rabbit of Inaba, which is basically you can move with the Soul, CEO and Thrust to speed up the cross ride, and a bunch of other things. But it's overall a very slow deck compared to the other 4 cross rides, so it's kind of meh. But I really like it. It's my favorite card, but I don't want to talk about it for like over 20 minutes because that'd be really bad because no one has time for that. But maybe I will, maybe someday, as like a super long deck discussion or something. Anyways, yeah, so good luck with set 9 pulls. Hopefully you'll pull the thing that you want. I hope I pull Gods of the Sun Amaterasu. That'd be pretty cool. Okay, guys, see you later in the next episode. I will probably do more Vanguard set 12 because that's going crazy right now. See you later, guys.